Okay, so I guess you're pretty tired of people like talking about AI agents, but let me share one more with you. That at least is the one that I've been using in the last months, and it's called Pi. And Pi is this uh, open source project, and it's not just like another um, coding agent, but it's the agent that powers OpenClaw. So maybe you didn't hear about Pi before, but OpenClaw is like it's an open source project that became like pretty popular during the last months. So Pi is this agent that you can install. It's written in TypeScript, and you can easily install it, and it will provide you with a pretty hackable agent. That's one of the like main features that I really like about Pi. And you can basically change whatever you want on there, like through extensions or through skills. You can create your own themes for it, your own Pi packages that are loaded without having to even like restart Pi, which is pretty interesting. And you can access that agent through the SDK itself. So that's really great, and that's something that I want to show to you guys too. So to install, you basically go to pi.dev, which is this page here, and you can just copy this comment and paste in your terminal. Okay, so it install Pi. So if you want to test now, just like type Pi, and it should be showing this like all those messages here are basically the changelog of the last version that got installed. If you get out of Pi, typing Ctrl+C, Ctrl+C, and run Pi again, you should not see like any more of those messages. So the first command that I generally use when using Pi is login. And through login, you can, and that's a pretty sweet feature because you can use lots of providers. So you can use, for instance, your ChatGPT Plus or Pro account, your Codex subscription. So if I go here and log in, I'm going to be redirected to my account in OpenAI. If I follow that along, it will provide me the authentication to Pi. And now it says that I'm authenticated in the ChatGPT, in my Plus account, in my Codex subscription, so I can basically use it now. So to use it, I just have to go and type model, and then select the model 1, GPT 5.4. I can basically select it here. That will work exactly like other harnesses like AMP or Claude Code or Codex. But the main difference is that now you can switch between whatever model you want anytime you want. I really recommend, by the way, to create an account and open router, because through open router you can use an infinite number of open source models as well. And it's pretty easy. You just have to go for open router. So open router AI, and create account here, and then copy the API key, login the same way we did, but using open router, and then pasting your API key. And then you'll be open here with like lots of possibilities on other models that you can use, like open source models like DOM, Kimi, and other. Another command that's pretty useful is new. So it's basically it starts a new session, so you don't get too much stuff on your context. It's really important to like do good context engineering and keep track of the size of your context. So that's for using Pi as a standalone coding agent. But I think where it really shines is that we can actually use its SDK. So here I'm showing an example of how to use Pi as an SDK. So I basically have two main packages, like one is Pi AI, and that package basically creates this bridge between your code and LLM providers. So we can access all the providers that we discussed before, like OpenAI, ChatGPT, or even like open source ones through OpenRouter and other providers. Other one is PyCode Agent, which has all the classes and functions that are required for you to communicate with your LLM provider and also to admin your sessions. So the main concepts that we need here are the authentication storage. So all the boring part of like doing OAuth authentication and other kinds of API key-based authentication, everything is managed by Pi. You just like do that by instantiating this object here from auth storage. And there is this concept of model registry. So all the models that are supported on Pi are available in this registry, and you can get those models from the registry using get model. So when you get the model, then you can start sessions using this model. So you can create a session using the create agent session, passing the model, and passing the storage and the model registry that you just had created before. And to specify the model that you want, you just like specify the provider and the model ID that you need. You can use in, for instance, like I said, OpenRouter and other open source or any kind of model that has some programming and tool support and tool calling support. We can discuss more about that in another video, but like basically having like a tool calling support means that your agent will be able to run tools or ask for tool calls that you're going to run on your harness, on your agent. So it's really important to have that for when you want to create an agent that has, like coding capabilities, let's say. And also have like that, the agent session created. And that's the most important part, because then you can subscribe to some events, some agent session events. For instance, here, I just subscribed to an agent session event, and when there is a message update, I just push that to the standard output. And to call it, I just can call the prompt, send prompt to the session. It's basically like a call to the LLM or to the model prompt. Okay, so if you run this example, it's going to use the OpenAI Codex GPT 5.4 model, and I ask it to list the files in this folder, and boom, that's it. It listed it, and it streamed back the result for me. And that's it. Like that's Pi. It's really well designed, really great package and coding agent that you can use either standalone or on your app if you want to create any kind of agent capabilities inside of your TypeScript or JavaScript application. There's a lot of other details about Pi. I hope I can cover that in other videos too. If you have like any questions, please drop that in the comments, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.